Okay.
In the 1800s and the 1900s, women were treated poorly. Men only saw them as objects, allowing abuse to be common in the household. As Carl Bribden says, women were considered illegal, incomplete, in the same arguing as children, idiots, plus criminals under English law.
If a woman had a real job, it was usually poor. Men normally wouldn't let them work or keep their wages if they did. Divorce was rare to be ordered by a woman. Most women were lived in despair, okay. Being trapped in loveless marriages. Without families, a woman was treated as an outcast.
A woman wasn't able to own property unless it was in the will of their husband and father after death. A normal thing was for a woman to move back with their parents if her husband died. The reason American society devalued women was because of how the Declaration of Independence was worded, always referring to men or him, never girls. Jefferson spoke of the people he meant only free white men, although eventually it was figured that the Declaration applied to all people at all times.
Unfortunately, the women oppressed were oblivious to the leading founders. Soon enough, though, women got sick of their placement.
Our walk toward equality started in 1839.
Where a law was passed allowing women to keep their children through divorce under 7. Almost 10 years later, the first Women's Rights Convention in New York was formed. Within the next 10 years, women were able to divorce, and our first national convention was held in Massachusetts, attracting over 1,000 women.
In 1869, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Stanton formed the National Women's Suffrage Association. Their goal was to achieve voting. This led to Wyoming passing a women's suffrage law allowing them to serve on juries. Throughout America in 1870, women were able to keep the money they earned.
20 years, National American Women's Suffrage Association was formed, campaigning across the U.S. Not even a year later, America was cracking down on abuse and not forcing women to live with husbands.
All right, go. Not to exclude black women, in 1896, the National Association of Colored Women was formed by more than 100 black women's clubs. In 1903, to help women who worked the National Women's Track Union League, improved wages and working conditions.
The National Women's Party in 1913 to practice civil disobedience. During 1916, Margaret Sanger opened a birth control clinic.
All of these small steps for women led to the Women's Suffrage Amendment written by Susan B. Anthony being passed by the House of Representatives and Senate in 1919. Finally, in 1920, the 19th Amendment granting women the right to vote is signed into law.
Today, up.